Welcome to the Sauce and Gravy channel. This is Johnny Mac, the Gravy Guy. In this episode of Saturday Sauce, I'm going to quickly walk you through how to make an instant pot beef tips with a Burgundy gravy, along with a side of homemade whipped potatoes. It's easy and delicious, perfect for a cool winter night, and all made in the Instant Pot. So let me show you how to make it. Start off with some prep work, making the roux. You can do this the day of, or you can make it ahead of time. This recipe is going to be a little bit different than the norm by toasting the flour. 6 tablespoons or 48 grams of all-purpose flour put into a pan over medium to high heat. Frequently stir and watch the temperature of the pan. You want to toast the flour, you don't want to burn it. Turn the heat of the burner off once the flour starts to smoke and turn a light brown. The pan will still be hot, so keep stirring until the flour stops toasting. Put the flour to the side and grab another pan. Put it over medium to high heat and drop in unsalted butter. 6 tablespoons or 84 grams. Melt the butter down, then drop in the toasted flour. Grab a whisk or a spatula, stir to mix everything well over medium heat. Cook it for 2 to 3 minutes, and once it's cooked, you can put it to the side to cool. And it's important to let the roux cool at least to room temperature. And why, you ask? Well, it's because the cooking liquid for the beef Burgundy gravy is going to be hot right whenever you make it. Therefore, you want a cool roux going into a hot liquid. That way, you'll have a lump-free gravy every time. Check it out, the roux is done, so it's going to the side to cool. The next step of the cooking process is to whip out that Instant Pot, hit the sauté function, and put it on high heat. Once the display reads hot, drop in 2 tablespoons or 30 milliliters of a neutral oil of your choice. Let the oil quickly heat up, and then you can drop in 1 white onion that's been diced. Cook the onions until they're tender and have a touch of light brown. If you'd like to cook the onions a little bit longer and caramelize them, you can. It's homemade. Make it how you like it. When the onions are done, add the mushrooms, an 8-ounce box or 240 grams of mushrooms that have been sliced. Frequently stir and cook until tender. Next up to bat, 3 cloves of minced garlic. Mix the garlic in and quickly cook it for 30 seconds. The next step of the cooking process is to deglaze the pot with red wine, half of a cup or 125 milliliters. Mix the wine in and reduce it until it's just about all gone. Use a flat bottom spatula to scrape the bottom of the pan. That'll get all of the bits and pieces up into the sauce to add flavor, and it'll also reduce your chances of having a burn error. When you're done deglazing the pot, add 1 tablespoon or 15 grams of tomato paste. Remember those meals that made you feel at home? Well, they're back with the Sauce and Gravy channel's second cookbook, Comfort Foods Made Simply. Filled with scratch-made classics you'll be proud to serve. Creamy sauces, slow simmered flavor. No cans, no shortcuts, just real cooking. Step-by-step recipes, real ingredients, and QR codes to transport you to free video tutorials to help guide you. Cook with confidence, share with love. These are the meals they'll never forget. See the link in the video's comment and description section to order now. Real comfort starts now. Back to the beef tips recipe, grab a spatula, stir the tomato paste into the ingredients, and cook for roughly about 30 seconds. Next ingredient, 1 can, 14.5 ounces or 411 grams of diced tomatoes. Round up the cooking liquid, beef broth, 5 cups or 1,250 milliliters. Grab a spatula, give it all a mix, and it's a perfect opportunity to scrape the bottom of the pan once again. To this you'll add more or less 1 tablespoon of freshly chopped flat leaf parsley. To add additional flavor, a bouquet garni. A green leaf of a leek wrapped around 4 parsley stems and 1 bay leaf. Whip out everybody's favorite, 1 tablespoon, 15 milliliters, what's it sauce. For a touch of tanginess, apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon or 15 milliliters. Hit the spice rack and drop in 1/4 teaspoon of hot smoked paprika. To that, add another 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder. Last but not least, another 1/4 teaspoon of celery seed. Next up to bat, bacon grease, or is it called bacon fat? What do you call it? At any rate, it's 1 tablespoon, 15 grams. Spank in some black pepper. At this point in the process, you'll add your beef tips, 1 1/4 pound, 625 grams. If you're one of those that likes to sear your beef tips, you can. I would suggest doing it at the beginning of the process. Take them out of the pot and then begin the recipe by adding the onions and working your way through the cooking process. Here we go with the last ingredient for this beef tips recipe, 1 cup of carrots. Mix it all together really well, and then I'm going to show you how to make the potatoes in the Instant Pot as well. Take your Instant Pot trivet, hold it upside down so that the handles face downward, and place the handles facing downward into the Instant Pot. So now you have the perfect platform to place the potatoes on to keep them up and out of that burgundy gravy. For this recipe, I used 4 large russet potatoes that have been peeled and washed. So that's it. Now it's time to cook it all. Place the lid onto the Instant Pot, make sure it's in locked position. Close the pressure/steam release valve. Press the pressure cooker function button and cook on high pressure for 25 minutes. Once done, either do a natural release or a safe quick release per the manufacturer's instructions. When the pressure is gone and the float valve has gone down, you can safely open up the lid. And check it out, you have perfectly steamed potatoes. Take them out of the Instant Pot, put them into a bowl on the side. And the great thing about cooking the potatoes this way is number 1, it's easy. Number 2, they're not loaded down with water. Add 3 tablespoons or 42 grams of unsalted butter to the potatoes, and then cover it with the lid so that the butter can melt. The beef tips look great. Remove that bouquet garni. Now we're at the point in the cooking process to make the homemade burgundy gravy. First hit the cancel button and then press the saute function button and make sure it's on high heat. The next step is to add the roux. The roux is completely cooled off. As you can see, it's solidified, which is perfectly okay. As long as the roux is at least room temperature or cooler, you're good to go. Add all of the roux to the hot cooking liquid. The roux could even be made a day ahead of time, stored in the fridge, and then brought out and dropped in. Round up a spatula and stir it into the liquid until it's really well combined. Bring it to a simmer, occasionally stir, and reduce down until the brown gravy is as thick as you like. Make sure to give the sauce a quick taste, adjust the seasoning, add additional salt or black pepper if needed. When you're done, hit the cancel function button and then press keep warm. To finish it off, it's time to whip the potatoes. If you like to smash them, go for it, knock yourself out. Add a touch of salt and spank on some black pepper. To begin with, break up the potatoes with the blender. Once the potatoes are broken down, start adding the milk in increments and then blend. Keep repeating the process until the potatoes are as thick and creamy as you like. Once done, give them a quick taste and adjust the seasoning if needed. And here's a quick tip for you if you have to gather up the troops and you want to keep everything warm. A Pyrex mixing bowl happens to fit perfectly into the top of the pot of the Instant Pot. Place a lid on top, keeps it nice and warm until you're ready to dive in. And that's all there is to it. Now you have a hearty comfort food made in one pot. That's how you make an Instant Pot beef tips with a burgundy gravy and mashed potatoes on the side. Thank you so much for watching the Sauce and Gravy channel. If you found this recipe helpful, be sure to hit that like button. And you know what? If you found it helpful, be sure to share it with your friends. They might find it helpful too. Thanks again for watching. Until next Saturday, it's just you, me, and the sauces. Keep whisking, y'all.